Welcome. You've got mail.
Oh, I thought that the music was going to play.
No, we're doing the old one still.
Oh. Do we need to do that again?
No, let's keep going. What's up, Kayla?
Hey, Brett. Looking sharp in your green shirt today.
Thank you.
Makes
Thank
your
you.
eyes dance.
I have blue eyes.
What? They look
Yeah.
green.
Because of my shirt.
Yeah, that happens. Happens to me too.
What's going
Wow,
on?
I really bombed that. I was expecting the music.
It's okay. It's only our second episode. We will have new music and new intros coming up, though, because part of the feedback we got was, how about a longer, more musical intro? So
We're going to vibe out next week.
what we're going to do is put a few intros that have been created to a vote, and then we'll let you guys decide.
That's exciting. Like American Idol.
But for the mail-in.
Yes.
Less votes, I'd imagine.
Yeah, I don't know.
You may be wondering, what is the mail-in? If you're here for the first time, what we do, Kayla and I, is answer your questions. That's basically it. We try to put some sort of funny spin on them, like a buddy would at a bar, or your coworker would, and try to do it in a little bit of a less serious fashion.
Yeah. Last week we did say we were your internet therapist. I'm going to go ahead and put a disclaimer that we're not so much Dr. Phil. We're like your Jerry Springer, your Maury,
Jerry.
We're not going to tell you who the father is, but we're going to laugh at some things. And we're going to, joke about it. I mean, if you take everything we say super seriously, then I'm sorry.
Probably end up disappointed.
Yeah. So just a little disclaimer. We want to help you, but also it's fun. We're having fun.
Perfect. I'm Brett. That's Kayla. Here's the deal. We need your help. We need you to tell a friend about this podcast. Tell a friend in need about somebody who could use some hip-fire opinions and internet advice from two strangers,
And maybe
right?
people laughing at you a little bit.
Exactly. It's the easiest way to get into washed media. And to do so, to help us out, please subscribe on iTunes and Spotify. And if you want to write in to ask us a question that we could help out with, the link is in our Twitter bio, @MailInPodcast, or you can call in, leave a voicemail, 888-362-MAIL. That's mail, 888-362-6245. Kayla, do we have any follow-ups from last week?
Not a whole bunch. I do want to follow up on the male hobbies or boyfriend, fiance, husband hobbies that I asked you ladies to send in to me. And the one thing...
This is Connor and his psychic girlfriend.
Yeah,
correct?
the psychic girlfriend. The one thing I wish I had said instead of golf, sports betting.
Ooh.
So I'm going to retract what I said, and I'm going to say, instead of golf, sports betting. Because men blow so much money, and I get it. Sometimes you will make money back. Same with her psychic readings. Sometimes eventually she will. Maybe she won't. But same with sports betting. I also got cigars, like a whole cigar thing. One was a cross-country skier, which I can imagine is very expensive.
But that's a fitness thing, right?
Not always. I don't know.
It's an expensive.
It's expensive.
Fitness hobby.
That's very true. And it's also, that's kind of beautiful, That's
Nordic
a very
skiing?
beautiful hobby. Yeah. Anyway, sports betting is the one that I got the most, and that's the one I wish that I that's my hill that I'm going to die on.
That's a
sports
hobby
betting.
of mine. An expensive hobby.
Yeah, exactly.
Shouts to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers last week.
Gosh. We got a lot of questions about sports, which I want to let you guys know. I'm not that's not fun for me. That's like a Brett. You can direct message him on social media because I don't want to talk about sports. Sorry.
Well, I feel like you have enough range to cover sports and know what you're talking
They
about.
were very specific ones, like to you, about like golf swings and hockey, and it's like no.
What is it like?
No, with the heart emoji.
We'll tackle any question though. We'll give it our best shot.
Yeah, we will.
We had another follow-up. A guy was talking about his shoes and black jeans.
Oh yeah, he sent us a couple options on Twitter.
I think
you sent some back.
Sent him back some options. I think we covered our bases.
I think we did. He has enough options to choose from.
Any one of them will
I
work.
support his decision, no matter, because all the ones that we saw were good options.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Today, however, we have a new batch.
Whole new batch.
We have 8 questions total, 7 of which are emails, and 1 of which is a voicemail. Shall we get into it?
Let's get into it.
Dun, dun, dun. What's the, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Dun, 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 dun.
For some reason, I was thinking of that Legends of the Hidden Temple show.
Shouts to
When
Olmec.
all like the lights go down, that's what I was imagining.
Ooh,
But
that
Millionaire's good too.
Anyway, this is from Jay, Kayla. Jay says, I have a coworker who is a total bitch.
And I like that he used an asterisk for the letter I. He wants to call her a bitch, but he wants to be nice about it.
He said she's a total bitch. Then he followed up with, she sucks and everyone hates her. So he's really doubling down here. But what chaps my ass the most is that she keeps it unbearably hot in the office. Ow, ow.
Can't do that.
I'm talking anywhere from 77 to 80 degrees. Oh, so he's not talking. Okay. Even in the Texas summer.
That's illegal.
Every time I or anyone else changes it, she throws a fit and will go on a rampage. Nobody died and made her in charge of the thermostat.
Love that.
So, what can I do about this? Really hard to work when you're worried about sweating all the time and pitting out. I have to... Total bitch. You can't.
You have to write like an anonymous letter and just like leave it on her keyboard.
Yes. Which is
we hate you. Stop touching the thermostat.
It's going to cause another freak out and potentially an HR visit. But you need to band together.
You need to have a solid crew of people, like your people that are going to go against her with this.
Walk up, playing Twisted Sister. We're not going to take it. A la Max Keeble's big move.
Oh gosh.
And we can't do that. Well, let's
No.
compromise. Let's compromise here. 72.
72, I think, is reasonable. Now, I'm saying this as someone who is constantly cold at work. At my desk, back when I went into an office, I had a blanket, I had slippers. I went through a space heater phase until I was worried about leaving it on overnight and setting fire to a 30-story building. But I had everything. I have jackets, I have sweaters, I have wraps, I have scarves. Like, I've thought about getting gloves, because I'm so cold. But I would never dare to move it because you don't know. People are getting worked up. You're hot. I'd much rather be too cold than be too hot. I'm a sweater.
This is one of those things, right, on a couple different fronts. One, it's like scientifically proven that women run hot and men run cold, right?
Women are always cold. It's just how we are.
It's like literally in studies.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, this is like a patriarchy thing, right? This is like a
yes.
Like in social circles, it's like, fuck the patriarchy. We need our offices warmer.
Why has no one said anything? Why are you letting this woman just dictate everything? Is she scary? Is she intimidating? Is she in charge of snacks and you don't want to make her mad? Like, why are we all scared of her?
It sounds like to me she has some, maybe not a position of power necessarily, but like a social
or
position.
She's been there
of
for
power.
a long time and you don't want to.
Intimidating, right?
Yeah. I say you write a letter, an anonymous card.
Right. This happened in my last company too. At Barstool, every girl was freezing cold in the office, and the guys all wore sweatshirts, and like mostly to hide, because everybody, like in myself included, was fat, so we just hid like our fat,
your chub,
our chub in sweatshirts. But the poor women there were like
freezing,
space heaters 24/7.
Yeah. Yes. Like
Which,
I said, I almost got gloves.
It was also our office was like built in the 1900s and had like cold air coming in from the windows, so that didn't help. But
also crack a window.
But in the Texas heat,
no, you can't. That doesn't help. So my conclusion to this is you either just have to speak up, or you go to HR, you say something, or I would write an anonymous letter. Not anonymous. Actually, I'd make it a card, like a really funny card that just says, "Stop doing this," and have everyone sign it.
I think you go democratic approach. You say, who's on your
mob
side?
Mentality.
Let's do that. Let's take this to a vote.
Yeah.
69 degrees is the perfect temperature. And the problem with an office is there's usually so much space that if you put it high, it's only going to get higher because the AC doesn't circulate. So you have to go low in order to like reach everybody with even a comfortable temperature.
Also, you could all put your money together and buy her a very nice jacket to keep at her desk.
There you go.
And
I like that.
You compromise. You say, hey, Sally, we're going to move this down to 72 degrees.
This wasn't Sally DeFreeze, by the way.
Sorry. I just spit out a first name. Sarah, we're going to move this to 72. We're going to keep it at 72, but we got you a jacket because you can put on sweaters. We can't take our clothes off.
Right.
So we need to compromise.
That's the argument that I would always rather be cold than hot because you can always layer up. You can never go like get colder.
I'm imagining how this goes right now. That was like she walks over, she turns it up. Then Jay goes over, turns it down. Then she, like that video of that guy sliding the window open on the bus, and the woman is like holding it closed, and he's pushing it while she's closing it. That's what I'm imagining is happening, and nobody wants that.
Here's the really in-depth way to do this. Whoever your building occupier, whatever whoever's actually in charge of the thermostat,
Have them lock it.
lock
Put a
it
lockbox.
and write like a very strongly worded letter talking about heating bills or electricity bills are way too high in the
I
winter.
feel like that would be
the summer.
opposite.
Yeah. Well, just like you can't have this going on.
Yeah, you put a lockbox on and get like a little label maker and have it say "keep at 72," so it looks official.
You know what I keep at 72, Kayla?
What?
My Ritual vitamins
Your
because they're room
Ritual
temperature.
vitamins.
Do you really know what's in your multivitamin?
I don't, honestly.
It's probably sugar and GMOs and synthetic fillers and artificial colorants, not to mention animal byproducts like sheep's wool and gelatin from hooves and hides.
Hooves?
They're all
Oh,
ingredients
that's
that you
so
might
sad.
find in your multivitamin, Kayla, but that's where Ritual comes in because they're not your typical multivitamin.
Yeah, and I don't want to eat a hoof.
I don't either. They're clean, vegan-friendly formulas made with key nutrients and forms your body can actually use. No shady extras. And they come in these little pill things.
They're really cute.
Are cool.
They
They're
look
like
fake.
see-through,
Yeah,
and
they're
you can
like
see the.
very cute.
I'm doing
Cute
Ritual
vitamins.
because it's part of my health journey.
Yeah.
Not only
same.
my fitness journey, my hotness journey. They contribute to everything. And they smell really good.
Interesting, because vitamins have like that really gross,
Yeah, the vitamin
starchy
smell.
smell.
Ugh.
Yeah. Ugh.
But you pop the top.
It
and it's
smells like hooves.
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 You pop the top on this, it's like little minty fresh. Every time I
Minty.
take it, it's like, boop. Ooh. They're nice. And the cool part is when you have them in the morning, they don't mess with your stomach.
I was just going to say, can you take them on an empty stomach? Because that is
Absolutely.
always where I mess up is I take things on an empty stomach, then I want to die.
Somehow they have like a technology that just goes to the part of your stomach that's like not super sensitive,
Okay.
which is,
Sold.
I don't know how it works, but it does. It's formulated with key nutrients, including vitamin D3 to help fill gaps in everybody's diet. And it's also fresh tasting and delayed release. So not only does it do it like right away, it helps your body throughout the day.
That's awesome.
Which
That's
you
you need.
Um,
Especially
you'll
in
always
these
know.
trying times.
And you can hop online, and when you order these things, you can see where each of your ingredients are coming from. It's like worldwide.
Wow.
You get something from the Ukraine, something from Norway, something from Italy. It's crazy, and they all hop into your freaking
International vitamins.
multivitamin. They're internationally known. They're designed with different life stages in mind too, Kayla, and now available for women, men, and teens. Ritual multivitamins are scientifically developed to help support different life stages, and they make your healthy habits easy. That's the best part. Every day, pop it, boom, go. Your multivitamins are delivered to your door every month with Ritual with free shipping always.
That is a deal maker right there.
And you can start, snooze, or cancel your subscription anytime. And if you don't love Ritual within your first month, they'll refund your order.
Money back guarantee.
What is there not to love about this, Kayla?
It's easy, free shipping, and they just show up. I love that because I forget.
Get on your hot fitness journey.
Hot fitness journey, hot 2021.
Exactly. So you deserve to know what's in your multivitamin. That's why Ritual is offering our listeners 10% off your first 3 months. Visit ritual.com/Randy to start your Ritual today. That's our producer.
I was
over
going to
on
say,
the thing.
producer or dog. I never know.
It's probably Dave's dog based on when these were written. But again,
It
ritual.com/Randy.
applies across the board.
Start your Ritual today. How about a voicemail, Kayla?
Let's go in for the voicemail. Don't forget our voicemail
Oh, okay.
sound. There we go. Doesn't that just take you back?
It does.
Hey, Brett and Kayla. This is Kevin from temporarily San Francisco. I'm a Long-time listener, first-time caller of the mail-in/mailbag. I'm sad to see Dylan and Dave step off a little bit, but I'm excited to see what you guys do. For my actual question, this past Saturday, my landlord/next-door neighbor actually fired a rifle through his kitchen window into our hallway window that went through the bathroom wall and landed in the shower. Nobody got hurt, thankfully, but yeah, I'm just looking to see if you guys have any worse, like, landlord, next door neighbor, or roommate stories that can match that. All right, bye.
Excuse me?
Unfortunately, I don't have anything that's worse than that because I don't think anybody does.
How about
Gosh,
this
where
poor
do
guy?
we start?
Kevin is like, my landlord shot at our place, but like any other cool stories?
Yeah,
guys?
he's so
What?
casual about it. I would be beside myself if I'm just sitting on the couch watching Below Deck and a bullet just comes through my apartment and ricochets off my wall into my shower. like that's not normal.
Imagine you're watching like Sons of Anarchy or Narcos,
Like The
and
Sopranos.
it's like, oh my God, we're in 4D. Like,
Well, okay. Like I live on a pretty busy street, and sometimes I hear some noises, and I'm like thinking, "Oh,
you had
is
a
that
car
a
crash?
A car crashed into a store across the street from my house. We watched the whole entire thing. Like they took a corner out of a store, but like sometimes I hear noises and I think to myself, like, is that a bullet? Is that a gun? Like I can't imagine hearing that and then looking up and it actually has come through your home,
Yeah.
your safe place. First of all, I hope you called the police. And if not, I hope you're getting a couple things for free.
That's like, what do you do here? You call the police.
You call the police.
Like, I know it's your landlord. I'd probably get in my car and call the police, be like, hey, I don't know what's going on. There was a shot that was fired through my wall, and
That's
it doesn't
not in the
seem
contract that
intentional,
you
but
sign.
like, yeah. Well, can somebody come check this out?
Okay.
Just little rundown quick.
In the beginning of this, I said a disclaimer to not always take our advice to heart, but this, like, I mean it. You need to call the police or something. You have to do something. That's not. I can't. I need to know what you were watching or what you were doing when this happened.
Yeah, it's
This is a follow up I need.
because like if you
What
weren't
if you were in the
home-
shower?
Yeah,
That could have been you.
If you're not home and you come back and you find like a bullet in your shower, you're like, what the fuck?
I think someone has a hit out on me.
Yeah,
Did I mess with the wrong person? Are they after me?
it could be. The opportunist in me is like, go knock on your landlord's door and be like,
Blackmail
hey,
him.
6 months rent.
Won't call
For
the
free.
cops, but I want this for free. Give me a washer and dryer for free. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I don't know. I would just call the police. And if I would move as well,
Yeah.
like he has to let you out of your lease. Like he shot a bullet through your house. He has to let you out.
The more I think of this too, the more I'm concerned that my landlord has a
and-
loaded gun that is clearly
Casual.
not for
it's a rifle, not just like a handgun. He has a whole rifle.
Right.
I feel like how is it harder to accidentally shoot a rifle than a handgun? I don't know anything about guns.
I'd probably say no.
Yeah,
because
it's so big. Like
a
you have to
handgun-
hold it and like crank it, don't you?
not a rifle.
I don't know how guns work.
Well, some rifles, yeah. Bolt action rifle.
For some reason I'm imagining like that Civil War gun with like
A musket.
with like the knife on the end of it.
A bayonet.
A bayonet. That's
Guy's just affixing his
my
bayonet.
first thought when he said rifle. I know nothing about guns, but no, just what I'm as the mother here. I'm not a mom, but the mother in me is saying, call the police, please, Kevin. And don't tell your parents; they're gonna lose their mind.
Right? You have to.
You can't tell your parents. I got robbed in college in my sleep. I did not tell my parents about that. They would have lost their minds. I mean, they know now, but when it happened, I didn't say anything.
Like robbed or like.
Woke up without a laptop or a TV. Like my roommate's
Holy
laptop and mine were both
fuck.
gone. We were sleeping, and we each thought it was the other one of us. Like I heard noises, and I thought it was her.
Oh my God.
She thought it was me. And then I walked out, and I was like, did you take the TV? By chance, did you like put it somewhere? She was like, no.
Wow.
And then yeah. But anyway, that's
fucked.
far from a bullet,
Yeah.
But okay, real quick, he mentions bad neighbors or landlords. I
Yeah.
used to live above a bar, which I consider my neighbor, and that was anyone that has followed me on Twitter for a long time has known about this because it was like a whole saga because I lived above this bar that was so loud all the time.
Like right above or
Right
above?
I was the third floor and it was the first floor, and it was so loud I could hear it in my like I'd be in the shower and I could hear the music through the floor. They would.
Oh.
It was whenever there was like a sporting event, like a national championship or a Super Bowl or something. It was just unbearable. It was awful. I fucking hate that bar. I got out of the lease because of the bar.
Didn't they like close down and you had like celebrated? I'm trying to think of your Twitter timeline.
No, I had moved when we met. I had already moved. But yeah, I used the bar as a way to get out of my lease.
Got it.
But yeah, some people would love this. A lot of people were like, why are you complaining? It's a bar. I'm like, it's loud. I want to sleep.
I hear where you're coming from. It's a bar in your apartment complex. I had the Oak. Rest in peace.
It would be like, well, the Oak was chill. Like it wasn't.
No, not at 2 a.m.
Okay, well, the one time that we went, it was like noon on like a Saturday. So.
Yeah, it was like, let's watch college football with nobody else in the bar. At 2 a.m. it got
Imagine
ridiculous.
living right above it.
Yeah, it's too much. It's cool to have in your complex.
It's
Walking to a bar
not
is
a
awesome.
rifle, but it's a bad neighbor.
I think the only notable interaction I've had with my landlord was he tried to charge us like $8,000 for chipped paint.
Like, I'll paint this myself.
Yeah, it was like one of those situations where
$8,000?
Yeah,
that's insane.
so it was a security deposit for our apartment, and I lived with 7 other people. It was 8 of us in one
You lived
townhouse
with 8 people?
Yeah,
That's out of my nightmares.
4 bedrooms.
I can't even live with one person.
If you went to school in Boston, you probably know what I'm talking about. Like, it's a 2-floor townhouse, 4 bedrooms.
How many? Did you have one kitchen?
Or no, excuse me, 6 bedroom. 6 bedroom, 1 kitchen, 2 bath.
Oh my god.
So like me and my roommate Christian, we had the top floor like attic. It was an awesome room.
I'm gonna have nightmares about this tonight.
And so each person's rent was like $1,000 a month, and our security deposit was $8,000, and he charged us our entire security deposit for like a new coat of paint on a wall.
No.
And we're like, are you fucking? So I think we're still in court. My buddy Christian, this is 2016. Yeah.
Oh wow.
I think we're still in court.
Okay, well, sum it up. We both agree. You got to move, or maybe blackmail a little bit. I don't support that.
Shoot him a text. Are you alive?
Yeah.
dude?
Did he? I would definitely have called the police. I don't know. Is it too late to call them now?
Like weeks after the fact, probably.
I mean, this was on Saturday.
No, here's what you like you actually do. You get in your car, you go to 7-Eleven, you call the police, say, hey, I don't know what's going on across the street. It's my landlord. There's a bullet in my bathroom. I don't think it's like anything malicious. Can we check it out? I'm not going to press charges, because that's an option. Hopefully it's a registered firearm.
I was just going to say, what if it's not registered?
not,
they like search his apartment and there's like all kinds of
then you have free rent by default. Win-win scenario.
Oh, yeah.
'Cause
Okay.
you
Well,
won't be around anymore.
I just say you call the police and you move. You got to move.
Yeah.
I don't trust that guy.
I don't trust that guy.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Anyways, so next question. This is from Nick. Hey guys, excited you guys are the new hosts. I'm getting married this October. I don't consider myself a country boy, but own a couple pair of pointed toe cowboy boots. Are boots a trash move for a groom? Let me know. You guys are welcome to crash. Come to Lincoln. Don't have to tell us twice to crash a wedding.
Shouts to Lincoln, Nebraska, I'm guessing?
I'm assuming Nebraska. Okay, first of all, I love that you guys have started coming to us for your shoe recommendations.
Yes.
Keep it coming. I'm going to go ahead and say yes, boots are a trash move for a groom.
No.
I'm not into it.
No. That is my initial reaction too, but I think this is a regional thing. So I'm not surprised if a Texas wedding has boots involved for like the groom and groomsmen.
I don't love cowboy boots to begin with. So I'm just saying no because I don't like them. But you're probably right.
I don't either. And I feel like don't give us flack for this. I've just never been a part of the Texas like wedding scene. So I don't know the etiquette here.
I also want to know about what you're wearing. If you're in like a navy or like a tan suit or maybe, God forbid, jeans. If you're
Please don't wear jeans to a wedding.
That's a thing. People wear
Really?
jeans with like a sport coat instead of like a suit.
Oh, that's like the Dallas
like an
steakhouse outfit.
outside Texas, wedding, super cash. Yeah, if you're in like a black suit and you wear boots, I don't vibe with that.
Okay.
Also, I don't know how I feel about pointy. I think a square would be more.
That's the
a
shoe of the
square
oil
toe?
man.
I don't know. I don't know anything.
I feel like when we got in this discussion on circling back, it was
On cowboy boots?
round versus square toe.
Oh,
Cowboy boots.
What about pointy?
I think pointy is sort of the redheaded stepchild type of thing. Like it's kind of people have them, but they're not. They're old.
I
Like,
think my dad wears pointed cowboy boots.
it was old. The older
Yeah.
generation has pointy cowboy boots.
I think my dad wears them to work. Well, back
Okay.
when we went to work.
Now, cowboy boots can be phenomenally expensive and like
Oh, yeah.
beautiful
Okay.
boots.
Really quickly, when Will DeFreeze first moved to Austin
Okay.
and we would talk about cowboy boots, he thought that Lou Casey boots were a man named Lou Casey.
I love that.
Which I thought was just the funniest thing of all time. Just some guy named Lou Casey selling like $5,000 boots. But yeah,
They're very nice.
they're very nice.
They're not going to be my first pair of cowboy boots. I'll put it that way.
No.
Probably a Tacovas.
Tacovas. Yeah. I don't love cowboy boots, but it's your wedding. If you want to be
Absolutely.
comfortable, if it goes with your wedding aesthetic, if it's like kind of a shabby chic country thing, I agree. But if this is like a black tie wedding, please do not wear cowboy boots.
I think you're right in the color of the suit. If
Yes.
you're a navy suit
Or like a tan
or a camel or
Yeah.
something
Or
like
s-
that.
I thought you said camo at first, and I was like, please don't wear a camo suit to your
Please
wedding.
don't do a camel wedding. But if you're doing a tuxedo, cowboy boots just don't go, even if they're black.
A tuxedo. It's like, with cowboy boots, I can't. Also, I need to know more about like what are you asking your guests to wear? Like, if it's black tie, absolutely not. This is like a casual thing, absolutely. If people are wearing ball gowns to your wedding, please again do not wear cowboy boots.
Correct. It depends on the attire, and if your fiance wants you to wear something,
Yeah, that's ultimately.
Please.
I'm gonna say ultimately. I feel like it's her decision.
please
it's
defer
her
to her.
decision.
Even if she's like, yeah, you can wear. That means no.
Yeah.
She needs to be like gung ho. Oh yeah, wear cowboy
I'm
boots.
gonna
or
say
else.
right now though, if you go with boots, I feel like you got to go all out. Let's do a bolo tie. Let's do a hat. Like let's
That's true.
crank it out.
I wore a bolo tie to my uncle's wedding. Shouts to Lakey, Texas.
I don't even know what that is.
It's like an hour west of San Antonio.
Oh, I should definitely know where that is as a San Antonio gal
Yeah.
myself. Lakey?
Lakey, Leakey.
Our west?
Yeah, it was out in the middle of. It's on the Frio.
My hometown is an hour west of San Antonio. Like, I need a.
I'm gonna map. Fill some airtime.
Okay,
for me.
so I'm okay. Anyways, I say go bolo tie. If you're gonna do boots, let's just go out. Have a vibe. Have a theme. Oh, well, Brett Googles. He's reading the next question. I can read it if you want me to go
No.
into
I'm
it.
trying to give you an exact.
Give
It's
me like another a highway. Is it off a 90?
83.
Okay, I don't know what that is.
It's between Kerrville
Kerrville?
and Uvalde.
Okay, that is a little. Okay, I know.
It's out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, as most places in Texas are. Okay, we're gonna go final verdict, Brett, on the
Final
boots.
verdict is ask your wife.
Mine is if it fits the theme of the wedding, and if your fiance thinks it's okay, because at the end of the day, you go to her.
Kevin says,
It's my favorite question. Can't wait.
"Hey guys, my girlfriend. Just hold on, let me restart this because he's doing like the Reddit format, and
Yeah.
to read this out loud is a little bit difficult. So here we go. I'm a 28-year-old male.
Or
My girlfriend, who's a 29-year-old female, gets spray tans. So my girlfriend gets spray tans, and I don't like it. She says, you aren't supposed to shower for at least 8 hours after getting one
That's
because it will
correct.
wash off.
Accurate.
This often means she goes to bed with it on, and as a result, her white comforter and sheets have a nice orange tint.
Been there.
I wish that was the worst part. But, in fact, the worst part is the smell. The oil or whatever chemical she gets sprayed on her smell bad, which transfers over to my skin and clothes when I'm with her. We communicate well and have talked about it many times, and as a result, we just don't hang out on days she gets a spray tan,
She probably does this on
which
purpose.
is usually 1 to 2 days a week.
That's good for her.
I don't know another person on earth who goes and gets spray tans.
Hello.
I thought that was a thing in 2008, but she
not.
insists other people do it, and that makes her happy and more confident when she's tan. I tell her how attractive she is without it, but she insists on going as soon as I leave her house. We're doing well, and the whole thing has become a running joke for us, but please let me know, am I too picky about this, or is getting a spray tan a trashy move?
First of all, let me scroll up a second. Kevin, it is not trashy. As a former Palm Beach Tan employee myself, and I mean, I haven't spray tanned in almost a year because of, pandemic, but I used to spray tan every Thursday night. When I was in college, I would
Isn't that like a bar night? Or you only get spray tans before the bar?
In college, no, I'm talking about in my adult life. Like a year ago, I was getting a spray tan every Friday night.
Wow. Okay.
I love them. You cannot feel more hot as a female as when you get a spray tan. I walk out of there and I know I smell and I know I look terrible and it's like really nasty and you are sticky and you are smelly, but it's for like 2 hours, then you go to sleep and you wake up and you are a Victoria's Secret model. Like that is just what happens.
Does it gets all over your sheets?
It just depends. She probably does the bronzer. Okay, so I used to work there, so I know all about it.
Okay.
If you get the bronzer over this clear solution, it's going to come off on everything.
Okay.
So I say that you have to tell her to just no more bronzer. I don't agree with the bronzer at all. It's ugh. So I support the spray tan. I encourage it. This is going to be controversial. This is going to be my psychic again. But I say if she does the bronzer, she's going to leave it behind.
Okay.
Let's move on from the bronzer.
I just keep going because I don't know anything about spray tan.
This is like sports.
I'm picturing like two women
Jersey
are in
Shore.
there with airbrushes,
No.
like painting you. Like one
some
of your
people do
French
that
girls.
because I'm such a veteran in it because I worked there in college. Like I go I do a Versa spa, and like I can do it no problem. I have no streaks, I have nothing because I know how to do it. But they do get fully naked and you have people spray you, but I just don't do that. It scares me.
Naked?
Yeah, naked.
Oh my god.
Everything. Full nude.
Do you have to like leg up?
Oh my God, Brett. No. First of all, you don't need to get in there.
No. I just mean for like
no one needs
thighs.
that.
Like,
No, you stand like feet shoulder width apart. You put your arms out. And then you kind of do like a half squat. You don't want any creases on your body.
Right.
So you need to extend your fingers like a claw, open your arms like in a low, like
This is going to be our YouTube clip, by the way.
like you're in a low squat, just enough to like under your butt cheek, so like that doesn't get a crease, and you kind of stick your butt out, and you have to flex your. This is what I used to tell people. Like I would do this like 10 times a day, and then it goes front and back, side to side, and then you move. But anyways, I encourage it. I mean, I know that you hate it, but honestly, she probably likes not having to hang out with you every day. No offense. You could be super cool, but girls sometimes like their alone time.
Kevin, I think you're being a little too picky here. Because
I think so too.
She gets a spray tan. She feels confident. She feels hot. That's what you want. You want your girlfriend to be confident and hot and like comfortable in her skin. And if that makes her feel good,
nothing makes you feel better than a spray tan. I look at old pictures of myself and I'm like, wow, what happened? I was so hot. And then I'm like, I had a spray tan. That's what it was.
Got it.
That is everything.
Would a spray tan help my hotness journey?
I'm going to be honest with you, and a spray tan wouldn't take well on your skin tone. Okay. Yeah.
Is that because
you're fairly
fair.
Pale.
Okay.
I'm pale too. Also, I have a quick little fun fact about the smell of spray tans. When I was in college, again, I worked in Palm Beach Tan. I didn't care. Like, I would get a spray tan and then I'd go out because I'm like, whatever, it's not a big deal. And
why do I think if you go out with a spray tan, you're just going to sweat it off and it's going to be gross?
Well, not really.
Right? Like, or if you get one in the summer, how long after are you not sweating it like off your body?
So at ACL 2019, I wore a white shirt
Oh,
and
boy.
I had a spray tan, and I was sweating so much.
Mhm.
I got home, and my shirt was completely orange, like completely orange, and
Oh,
like
no.
no one I was with thought to like tell me like anything. So, yeah. That
So it
happens.
happened.
It happens.
Okay.
I don't care though. I will take that. It doesn't stain. It'll wash out. But back to the smell. That's how I met my college boyfriend. I was at a bar and he was next to me and told me that I smelled bad because
That
I
was
had
his
this
pickup line.
It was the pickup line.
Hey, my name's whatever.
I
you smell
don't
bad.
remember exactly what he said, but it was along the lines of like, "Do you smell that? Like it smells like shit." And then like leaned into me and like sniffed and was like, and then I'm like, "Hey, yeah, I got a spray tan. Sorry, that was me."
And you were smitten.
Well, then we that was our first time we spoke, and then
Okay.
we went our separate ways. And I remember seeing him at the bar again,
Mhm.
and then we started. He was like, "Oh yeah, it's a smelly girl." Like that's what happened. Yeah, that's what happened.
It was really that really got you.
Yeah,
oh, it's
but
a smelly
I mean,
girl. It's like,
The
hey,
smelly
Brad.
girl.
Um,
Anyways, I fully support it. Good for
How-
her. She feels good. Also, like you automatically lose like 10 pounds when you get a spray tan.
Yeah.
You get like abs.
that seems cool.
They don't spray them on you. You just feel skinnier.
What is so? You're the pro. Is there anything this guy can do to is there anti-smell spray tans? Can you suggest a different spot or
She could potentially, depending on what machine she uses, add a scent to it.
oh boy.
Honestly, the scents make it smell worse.
I was gonna say
It mixes with the already bad smell,
It's like
and they're
garbage
like,
bags that are like lavender. It's like no. I don't-
yes,
I don't
and
know.
the smells are like floral or like
Ugh.
it's gross. They're bad. It's like very, very cheap perfume smell. She can buy like a primer to where it won't rub off as easily.
Okay.
Another thing, if like he really, really hates it and he wants her to stop, she can just buy like the at-home stuff, which I've dabbled in, but I haven't done this in so long that I don't even know. There's some really good at-home spray tans though.
I do feel like you're right though that it feels like this is kind of therapeutic for her.
It is. You can't tell her.
This
not
is
to.
her. This is her like alone time where she
It
goes and feels
is.
awesome about it.
In the morning, I bet she just feels like $1 million. And I know you think that you tell her she looks good without it, and she appreciates that, I'm sure, and she's very thankful that you tell her that, but like it's what makes her happy, and so you have to just let her do it.
Let it go, Kevin. You're gonna win. Or excuse me, you're gonna lose this battle.
Yeah. Let her do. Eventually, she's my age, 23, slash 29. So, I don't know. I'm not over it. Like I'll do them for occasions. Like if
Yeah.
I'm going, I haven't done one in over a year though, but if like I'm in a wedding coming up in a few months, I'm going to get one for that. Like I'll
Sure.
do them for, if I'm going to be photographed, I
Now,
will
what
get
if
one.
what if she's getting like orange? Like what if it
That
looks
happens.
bad?
It happens. Maybe tell her to go a little, like a shade lighter.
Yeah, let's do a shade
I
lighter.
really think that the problem is the bronzer.
Okay.
That's what I think.
Can you get a spray tan without the bronzer?
Absolutely, that's what I do.
Oh, okay.
I do
Well,
no
try that.
bronzer because the bronzer is like it gives you instant results.
Got
so
it.
sprays you with a clear and then an instant one. So
So
then
you-
you leave there looking tan. So it's like double dipping.
I'm just
It's
picturing
like
like
Snooki.
girls walk in. It's like a car wash menu. It's like I want. Beep, 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 beep.
I always think of the Friends episode when Ross gets sprayed like in the front like 4 times
Mm-hmm.
or like 6 times, and he is like has a line going down his side. But there's a lot of ways to do it. Maybe she needs to try going to like a professional sprayer because I feel like they have like a higher grade solution that's maybe a little bit just better
Go get
produced. Yeah, have her get airbrushed. Maybe you buy her a gift card to go get airbrushed.
Maybe you get a.
Maybe
a-
you go with her.
you go get
Maybe
a
you get
terrible
one, and
spray
then you
tan.
will fall in love, and you're like, "Shit, I'm hot as hell." This is her hot journey. I'm gonna get a spray tan when I leave here. Now I'm all fired up. I haven't had one in like a year. I just like I'm fiending like the Dave Chappelle like crack addict skit, like when he's like scratching his neck. That's how I feel. Like where's my spray tan?
Spray tan.
Anyways,
Next question.
is this me? Oh yeah. My fiance and I have been engaged for over 2 years due to our careers in the military and the ongoing global pandemic. Though we've had to wait a long time, all the delays have allowed us to save money and plan all the details of our big day so it turns out just the way we want it. We have finally got our date set for October 20. Oh no, Brett, we cut out the date. I'm assuming it's 2021. 21. However, there's one issue. The venue is the family farm she grew up on. While this saves us a ton of money that we can utilize elsewhere in the wedding, the farm itself is in the middle of nowhere, Kansas. The logistics of getting everyone to and from the venue safely are becoming a major problem. The closest hotel is 30 minutes away, and there's no ride-sharing taxi shuttle service in this part of the country. How do we ensure our guests are able to cut loose and enjoy themselves on our big day and get to and from the venue safely? If y'all can help us out, we will send an invitation your way. Look, Brett, we're just crushing these wedding invites.
I love wedding invites. I love weddings. I'm excited
I just love the cake.
to get back into wedding season.
Wedding cake is the best.
I
think I'm the only person who's this passionate about wedding cake. That's the only thing I look forward to.
I'm like 0 for my last 5 weddings having a piece of wedding cake. Seriously.
That's the only thing I look forward to. I'll take one to go.
But I think it's because it's
You
just like
forget.
food, dance, booze.
No, I'm sitting around just staring at the cake like, let's go. Are we cutting this thing? I'm ready. Like, I have been waiting for this all night. Let's get this going.
What's your favorite wedding cake?
Just a white on white cake, like white frosting, vanilla. Actually, one of my best friends got married a few years ago and had a red velvet cake that was out of this world.
Mm-hmm.
It was delicious. But honestly, I don't care. I just want to eat it.
Cream cheese frosting, devil's food
No,
cake.
you can't. As a baker, you cannot do cream cheese on a wedding cake. It is way too soft. It would not hold. You need buttercream or fondant.
Okay. Well, excuse me.
Sorry. But on a red velvet, cream cheese all the way. You can't do it without cream cheese. I think the filling on hers was cream cheese. Anyways, cake.
Red velvet is just devil's food cake.
No, it's not.
With red food
It
coloring.
has vinegar in it. That changes the taste.
Never argue with a baker.
Sorry. Okay, anyway, so me and Brett, we both have the same answer to this. You got to get shuttles of some kind. Buses.
So,
it says no shuttle service, which is what we're worried about. But buses, you can get a bus anywhere, just a school bus.
So you're in Kansas. You can go into Topeka or Lawrence
there's
or
a bus
Wichita.
Somewhere. Somebody has a bus in their backyard that you can pay them.
No. Like a fucking a big ass like tour bus.
Yeah, but what if you can't get that? He says no shuttle service.
You can get a tour bus from New York City if you wanted to, as long as you pay it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what you do, I'm gonna say call it 100 or 150 people. Each one of those suckers holds like 50.
Yeah,
something.
we googled this. It was 60 people.
So you get 4 big ass buses. You said because you're having the wedding at the farm venue, you're gonna save money.
Oh yeah, you have this in your budget.
Use the savings on 4 buses and have everybody meet at the hotel. Try to get everybody to stay at the same hotel. If that doesn't work, say the buses are leaving from here for the venue.
Mm-hmm.
If you want a ride, if you want to get liquored up and grandma wants to have a couple of Mai Tais.
You have to be there by this time. Maybe set a couple departure times.
Exactly. 7:50
for your early birds,
right.
And then for your, I would
Right.
maybe say 3.
Mm-hmm.
You probably need 4 actually for that many people.
Depends.
Depending on how many people
Do
are coming.
3 and then the wedding party and like call them the VIPs, right?
Family, yeah.
Immediate family. Get a fun party bus, like a nice party bus.
Charter buses or something.
Yeah.
Or like a nice upgraded fancy school bus. You know, like one of those cute ones.
Exactly. And then they bring everybody to the venue. They sit there and wait. It's going to cost a couple $100, if not a couple $1,000, but it's going to be worth it because everybody's going to be able to cut loose, have a good time.
You can feel better about it.
And you'll feel better about it. Exactly.
Yeah. My friends got married up north, like in Georgetown, which is like 45 minutes from downtown. And we all drove up there, and then they had buses to bring us downtown to like go out after. So we all just took the buses and we carpooled to get our cars in the morning, which is perfect.
Solid idea. We did that in Saratoga the last time I went. For a wedding.
Or you mean if you really feel like it, just charter a couple helicopters, some choppers. Just get them out there.
Just can't get a crop duster. I don't know.
How many helicopters would it take back and forth? They see like
many.
3 people. Just like imagine just the noise of.
It's like, guys, somebody comes in late.
Is that Bon Jovi coming here? Like it just like all these VIPs just dropping off, is coming down the rope.
The quartet's like canon in D major. It's like, dude. It's like, what the fuck?
Oh.
Restart. We got a chopper inbound.
Do you remember when Uber did Uber Chopper?
They still do it in New York.
They did it in Austin. I'm not Austin. I lived in Dallas, and like my friend joked about getting one to go to a Cowboys game once. I'm like, we will look like such
Jerry Jones
douchebags if we get dropped off in an Uber Chopper.
Yeah.
I would have probably done it though.
People are doing it or they used to do it for the Austin F1 race.
Well, getting in and out of that place is a fiasco. Anyways,
71
I've-
is it just a
I've officially
tornado.
retired from attending that yearly event. Not that it happened this year or last year, but I will be retiring from
I'm going to do
attending.
one.
I went back to back based on the musical performers,
Oh,
I only went
no,
for the
I don't want to
concert.
do that.
and I'll never go again.
I don't
It's
wanna do
way
that.
too much of a hassle. Anyways, we got a little off topic there.
We derail. That's a thing here. I'm excited for these people, though. I think October 2021 is going to be,
That's a great month. I love October.
and I think you're going to be all set. Pandemic, knock on wood, but you're going to be able to
Pandemic-wise.
have everybody there and feel good about it. Be
Yeah.
healthy. Get some charter buses. You can get them from any major city or even any major suburb, and you'll be all right.
Buses are really the only way to do it. Or you just get a
Yeah.
big old tent and a bunch of sleeping bags, and everyone just
Set
camps
some
out.
fucking shop in October in Kansas.
It probably gets pretty cold, huh? I've
Yeah.
never been to Kansas.
I've driven through it. That's about it.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's their only other backup plan. Or you just go dry wedding and everyone hates you. Please don't do that. For the sake of your guests.
Please don't do that.
Please don't do that.
Like I know some people can't do it with it, but like please, cash bar, last resort.
Okay,
Have
would you
some
rather
fun.
have a cash bar with full setup or beer and wine only for free?
Ooh, good question.
Yeah. Because I've been to several beer and wine only weddings,
I'm gonna do beer and wine only.
and it sounds, yeah, I would probably say beer and wine. The thing is, I can drink a lot of wine.
Me too. Exactly.
Well,
That's
I used
the only
to.
reason.
I can't anymore, but I used to be able to drink a lot of wine.
Okay.
Beer, though, is just, ugh.
The only thing it would stop me from is doing, three
Shots.
old fashions or shots.
Yeah, it takes
then
away the
switching them up.
shots, which
Yeah.
I think is probably for the best. I had
Yeah.
a friend who had a beer and wine only wedding, and a bunch of like degenerates brought like liquor in their cars and stuff to like
Oh,
do
there you go.
shots.
Hey,
Which,
there you go.
ugh.
Bring in a flask.
yeah, but if you're gonna do beer and wine, I feel like you need to put that somewhere. Like you need to tell people, because sometimes you show up and it's like, oh, okay,
Yeah, that's fair.
and then you don't know to bring a flask.
Put it on the invite
Maybe on the wedding website.
or the website. Tyler, what is it? The knot?
The starts with a Z or something now. They do like a different
Zula.
kind. Zula. How did you know that?
Because I try to get them to advertise with us.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Zula, something
I
like
think Zula's right. I don't
that.
know.
Zola.
Zola.
Zola's right.
It's Zola.
It's Zola.
Wow.
Speaking of advertisers, Kayla, have you ever heard of Sunbasket?
I have heard of Sunbasket.
It's fantastic. Getting dinner on the table quickly does not have to mean sacrificing nutrition and quality. And with Sunbasket, you can actually have it all every single day. It's 2021, Kayla. You don't have to wear pants. You don't have to commute. And we'll be damned if you have to worry about eat healthy resolutions.
You know what this goes perfectly with?
Our hotness journey.
Our hotness journey.
Absolutely.
I'm currently on a eat healthy journey, so
Which
speaks my language.
Right, which is why Sunbasket has been so
Perfect.
crucial for me.
Yes.
Because it's easy and healthy. They want you to have your healthiest year yet, which directly aligns with what we're working on right now.
Mm-hmm.
And they're making it easier than ever. The fresh and ready meals for Sunbasket are just $8.99, so they are good for your body and your budget. Every Sunbasket meal is filled with only premium quality real food, including organic fresh produce, antibiotic and hormone-free meats, and sustainably sourced seafood from suppliers they know and trust.
You know what that just reminded me of? Wedding Crashers, self-sustained scallops. Say that 10 times. Self-sustained scallops.
It's a mouthful, no pun intended. Their chefs have won Michelin awards and a James Beard Award,
Wow.
that's tight. That's no joke.
Wow. That is impressive.
So why not take the night off and let them cook for you? Award-winning chefs. Who knew? You can try delicious meals, Kayla, such as butter chicken with basmati rice pilaf, beef chili with cheddar and Greek yogurt, or creamy mushroom penne with baby spinach and
God,
almonds.
You're making me hungry.
I'm starving.
Okay, so these come ready to go. It's not you don't have to cook anything.
No.
That's the best part.
They come ready, but they're not like, some like ready meals that just kind of they don't look the part.
Yeah.
These do.
Okay, I like that. Whenever I'm doing anything like this, I don't want to have to cook it. I just want to put it in the microwave and then feel good about it.
Well, what you do is you put them in the oven and
Oh,
you heat up in
even
as
better.
little as
Tastes better
6
that way.
minutes. All you have to do is heat and eat, which means no prep and no mess, and put them on a plate, and it looks like you freaking just worked all day on it. It's fantastic. So here's the deal. Right now, Sunbasket is offering $35 off of your order when you go right now to sunbasket.com/Randy and enter promo code Randy at checkout. That's sunbasket.com/Randy. Enter promo code Randy at checkout for $35 off of your order. Kayla, what's not to like about that? Sunbasket.com/Randy, /Randy, and enter promo code Randy at checkout.
Again, dog or human, we'll never know.
Let's go to the next one.
Next one. So, this is from Jake.
What up, Jake?
Hey, Jake. I will soon be moving in with my longtime girlfriend, and we both have very broad cooking ambitions and have accumulated a ton of kitchenware individually. My question is, can you both rank your top 5 most important pieces of kitchenware or kitchen appliances to help us planning as we create our combined dream kitchen? Honestly, those last 2 words, dream kitchen, I'm just sitting here with my eyes closed, like imagining like a beautiful open kitchen with like a KitchenAid on the counter and like a really beautiful color, like a Le Creuset sitting on the stove.
Yeah.
I'm getting ahead of myself.
You know how like modern farmhouse is really in right now?
Yeah, I watched that show, Dream House, whatever, and that's what I'm imagining.
HGTV Dream House?
No, it's on Netflix.
Oh.
Dream House something. It's in like Utah.
Okay.
I don't remember.
You know what's really in right now is the dark hardwood floors with white everything else.
Yes,
and,
so
like,
a lot
black
of these
accented
these
windows.
are all like white marble, very clean, fresh counters. So I'm gonna say, like if I'm building a home and I'm going kitchen appliances.
Let's go back and forth.
Okay.
Number 1.
KitchenAid stand mixer.
What's a KitchenAid stand mixer?
The tilting head mixer where the mixer bowl just goes
Oh,
on its
got
own.
it. Okay.
And it comes with so many attachments. I make my fresh pasta with my stand mixer. You can get a like a grinder. You can use a food processor. There's an ice cream maker. Your KitchenAid stand mixer is like the backbone of everything that you're gonna do.
No shit.
It's incredible. You can do everything in that thing. I use mine to shred chicken. I use it to bake stuff. I use it for everything. And you can it is timeless. And I've had mine now. I got mine when I was 20. So I've had it for just a very short time. Almost a decade I've had this thing. And it has, knock on wood, I've had no problems with it. It's still running like it's brand new.
Number 1 for me, toaster.
Toaster
love my toaster.
Oven or toaster. You can't choose both. You got to pick
I know.
one.
I've always been a toaster boy.
Me too. I've never owned a toaster oven.
I get where people are coming from with it.
I do too.
But I'm just a toaster boy. I do bagels. I do bread.
So gun to your head, and you have to keep one thing in your kitchen.
Like,
you go your toaster.
Does oven? Does that count?
It says.
I mean, you're gonna have an oven. You're gonna have a fridge. You're gonna have a microwave.
Okay, so I think we need to go countertop appliances, and then I want to go dream home appliances.
Okay. But yeah, I want to have a toast. You gotta have a toaster.
Toaster. Okay.
Toast like a piece of Dave's Killer Bread.
Oh,
with
yeah, I've told you about Dave's Killer Bread.
Jif reduced fat creamy peanut butter on it.
Ooh, a little granola, maybe some jelly.
So nice.
I'm starving. Okay, my number 2. I'm gonna go with something I have that it's like something I've never seen anybody else have before. I have a blender / food processor. It's the same base and they swap out. So the base stays the same, and then you can put the blender on or you can put the food processor on, and you just swap them out, and it's amazing.
Okay, cast iron skillet, must have.
Oh, okay. Is that considered an appliance?
I mean, like
Kitchenware. Okay, no, that makes
kitchenware
sense.
appliances.
Also, what I just said will save you space too.
Yeah.
Because you can. It's 2 in 1.
Okay. Cast iron skillet is so key for steak, for burgers if you don't have access to a grill. You can do everything on it, and that's it.
It's great. Yeah, you
Clean
deep
up-
fry. You can bake in it.
Cleanup is like tricky-ish.
Yeah.
But if you're down with some cleanup, you gotta have a cast iron.
Yeah. Okay. So I was thinking of things that you plug in for some reason.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go number 3, Dutch oven.
I don't even know what that is.
It's a Le Creuset. I
still don't know what that is.
I am a very lucky gal, and I got one for Christmas this year, and I was near tears. It's been my dream to own one of these. But you can get, like, there are several kind of, like, lower end brands like Staub, Staub, which is like a big Instagram. You see it all over the place probably. The one I had before was, shout out to my mom in Kohl's. That's where it came from Food Network brand. I bet she got it for $6 with some Kohl's cash. But you can get them. They go in the oven. They go on the stove. Like you can. That's how you make a pot roast. It's how you make short ribs. It's just, it makes everything. And you can bake bread in it. It's amazing.
No shit.
And I always have wanted the fancy French one, but you can get one that's not as nice.
Air fryer.
Air fryer.
Now, the reason I say air fryer is because it has totally changed the way I view leftovers.
Oh, I never thought about it for leftovers.
And it has also changed
French
the way
fries.
that I view homemade French fries.
Yeah.
And homemade chicken tenders or
Wait,
chicken
are you
wings.
like cutting up potatoes? Or are you talking like the frozen ones?
Frozen.
Okay.
But like I'd love to cut my own French fries up,
Yeah.
but I just don't have the piece to like
The times I've used air fryers have been frozen French fries.
Okay.
And chicken breasts. And it works phenomenally. You
So
put in
good.
there, you leave it there. You don't have to worry about it.
It does things my oven could only dream of.
It makes you feel better about it too.
Yeah.
Like you put in there and you feel just like you made a good decision.
When they come out and you're just like, that's the
crispy.
consistency. Instead of like when you bake stuff, it gets
Yeah, one
flimsy
side's always squishy.
squishy and it
Have you ever heated
falls
pizza
off.
up in there?
Yes,
I heard that's
Kayla,
good.
yes.
It's
It's
still
phenomenal.
crispy. Okay, air fryer. Okay, so I've gone stand mixer. I went food processor blender, Le Creuset. That's 3. I think my next one. Oh, a very good quality non-stick pan.
Yeah,
Just
when you're doing eggs.
anything.
Yep.
The one that I use is from Chrissy Teigen's brand, which is like $40, and it is the best pan. It's called like the everyday or everything pan, and it's very deep. It's almost like a wok, but not as circular. And you
Okay.
can do eggs, you can do everything in there, and nothing falls out because it's so wide. And you can honestly, you could pour glue on there and let it dry, and it would peel right off because the
shit.
non-stick is so great. And a non-stick pan, I've tried stainless steel, like I've tried porcelain, and honestly, the non-stick is the best. It's the best you can do. You got to get a good one.
Going in my appliance draft, slow cooker /
Oh.
crock pot.
Crock pot.
Your boy's a dip boy.
I know you're a crock pot guy.
I love dips.
Buffalo chicken dip.
Buffalo chicken dip
Yeah.
or queso. I'm new to
So
the.
hungry. This is all just
This is torture. It's literally torture.
and I can't eat any of this stuff right now on my health journey.
I know. Neither can I. I don't even know what I'm gonna do for dinner tonight. I might make fucking queso.
Please.
I'm new to the Southern quick queso, like the Texas, like
Like the Velveeta?
Velveeta Rotel.
Oh,
and
that's the
it.
best. I love it.
It's phenomenal,
Yeah.
and I am.
You know what you can do?
I can't talk. My mouth is literally
I'm going to
watering.
give you a little trick. What
What's
you can
that?
do
Garlic.
is buy a thing of chorizo and cook the
Oh.
chorizo and drain the grease and then dump it in there. It's so
Oh my
good.
gosh.
That's what I used to do. That was always
wow.
my Super Bowl food. Like I'd bring like a spicy chorizo queso.
Oh,
Okay, so I'm going to go. I don't know if this counts, and I can't believe it's taken me this long to get one and to answer this, and I'm going to say an espresso.
ooh.
I just
Okay.
got one, and it's changed my coffee drinking game. It's changed everything. It comes with a little milk frother, and then... No. It's like this little machine. It's like a round thing. You pour the milk in there, you push a button, and then it just frosts it in.
Oh,
And then you
very
pour
cool.
it into, it's separate. You pour it over the espresso.
Okay.
Or just, I'm going to say, honestly, just a coffee maker in general. Does that count?
Yeah,
have to have coffee. Coffee is my
I don't think
favorite.
we're not groundbreaking anything here,
No.
but like
We're just trying to help you. These
Yeah.
are, I think our list is pretty much the only things that you need. If you're a basic cook, I have a lot of shit that like nobody else that's not, unless you're cooking a lot and you're doing very specific things, you don't need anything more than what we're talking about right now.
you know what thing I used all the time in college? That was like I thought I was a chef when I was doing it.
Oh, I want to guess.
Okay.
I don't think I'm going to
It was
get
like
it.
a little panini press.
Oh, yeah. Okay, everyone got that in college.
Everybody
Like,
had it in
everyone had a
because you would
panini
feel like you're like, oh my god, I'm cooking up like when you made quesadillas.
Yeah.
You'd be a legend because you
press. Is
made
that
it
on your list? Are
fucking-
you adding it to
No,
your list?
I'm just going with stuff that I nostalgically
Now,
love.
see, what I'm going to say now is you want to stay away from anything that is specifically for one thing, which is a panini
Yeah.
press. I would say if you're going to
Okay.
do that, you got to get like a George Foreman, because then you can do other things and you can do a panini press. Like you don't want to get stuff that's specifically for one thing, because then you're just taking up space. Like remember when they came out with those hot dog only toasters and like crap like that?
Nope.
Or like you don't have a need for that. Like nobody needs any of that
Unless
stuff.
you just have a house where you
you have
have
just
storage space out the ass.
What's that like?
Yeah, I wish. Another thing that I like having around the kitchen is like a wine opener.
An electric one?
Yeah, or
I
electric
don't
wine
have one of
opener.
those.
I have the compressed air one now, where you stab the cork
and you can
it
just
goes,
pour a glass.
No, you pop this thing in, you stab the cork, and there's a little hole in the end of the metal piece,
Okay.
and then you
just
pump
pulls it out.
CO2 into it, and it pops the cork out.
Oh, I was
It's
thinking
really
of
cool.
the thing that goes through the cork that allows you to just pour
I've seen
one
those
glass
too.
of wine.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, so what's your next appliance?
I think this will be my fifth, but I was going to say something with wine. Oh, wine rack or wine cooler or wine something.
Okay, like a bar cart maybe?
Yeah, have a bar cart. That makes you a
I
bar
used-
cart is like
I was a big bar cart girl right out of college.
yeah, me too. It's like the first
have
thing you do
one.
as a 24 or 23-year-old when you want to feel
Yeah.
like grown up. And
I have
you
like
get
a
shitty bottle of
bar
tequila.
like cabinet now.
Okay.
I okay, I'm trying to think of something else that is essential. I'm going to say probably just a really, really nice set of cookie sheets.
Oh, okay.
Maybe
Cookie
casserole
sheets.
dishes too. I may
Pyrex?
combine that. No, like I want to say ceramic. You got to get some nice ceramic
Okay.
things.
That's fair.
I think cookie sheets are very versatile. You can do a lot of things. Cookies for one. You can do like one sheet pan dinners. You can do a lot of stuff on them, and you need good ones, And you also need to get the silicone liners for them. Don't use foil. Come
I
on,
use foil.
let's
I'm still
grow
foil
up a
guy.
little
I'm
bit.
still a foil guy.
Those are my final answers. Just in terms of things that you only want to take, one of. Go through, pick out who has the best.
I'm jealous. I want to do my own.
But you haven't
kitchen.
done your last one.
I think I've done like 6.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, so I think that the way you do this is you like talk about the things that you absolutely need, and then you pick who has the nicer set of what.
Yeah, definitely. And then because you're doing this move, you go to Target or you go to Tuesday morning and get, splurge.
You get some other thing. You're not going to splurge at Tuesday morning.
Isn't that
It's
where
like
it's
the
nice
most
cookware?
discount. Tuesday
Oh.
morning is like where all
What am
the-
I thinking of?
It's like Home Goods, like stepbrother.
Oh. I'm thinking, what am I thinking of?
Home Goods?
No, the nice kitchen store.
Williams Sonoma?
There's that, but I don't know.
Sur
if
La
I'm thinking-
Table?
Sur La Table. That's what I'm thinking of.
Tuesday morning?
I don't know, Kayla. I'm not. I don't go to these
Tuesday
things.
morning is it's like a Big Lots.
Oh, okay. Then don't go to Tuesday.
Yeah,
No,
it's like Home Goods.
Shouts to Tuesday morning.
Stepbrother.
If you're at Tuesday
I
morning,
like
fine, but-
Tuesday morning. I found some cool stuff there
Sur
before.
La
I think my
Table
cookie
is what I'm
sheets are from there. No, Sur La Table. Yeah, you can get some. I've started to have that mentality where like at first I would just buy stuff because it's cheap and it's there, but now I'm like I want to invest in like some good quality pieces of things. So I don't
Got
have
it.
to keep buying cookie sheets every couple years or keep buying mixing bowls. The one thing I didn't say, because it's small enough to where it doesn't really take up space and you can probably each bring your own, is a good knife.
Mhm.
Which
need
I
good
just
knives.
recently got a good knife, and I don't remember the name of it, but I randomly bought it at a store in Fredericksburg, and it's changed my life. It was only $50, and it was on sale, but it's a great knife.
I need to stop you because you could talk about kitchens and kitchen appliances.
The one thing that I will say really quickly,
This is your third one.
if
thing.
I'm building a home and the only thing that I want out of that home is one of those fancy Italian stoves with like the gold edges and the big knobs, and it has like the hood. Oh, I just want one so bad. Like, and it has like
That
the
would be
feet
nice.
on it almost. Like, it's so fancy and has like 12 burners. That's the only thing I want.
I just want a gas stove.
It's gas.
Port
It's
Klein
so-
has the
it's, like,
convection stove.
sexy.
So Klein can't use like regular pots and pans on his stove. He has to get like special magnetic ones.
Oh.
It's crazy. Anyway, next question. here.
Anyways.
Hey, Kayla and Brett. This is from Unknown. They said, I've been married for almost 5 years, but we were separated for a year from October 2019 through October 2020. We're trying to work on things now, which is a difficult process, but one thing I don't know how to maneuver is he sometimes talks in baby talk.
Ugh.
I hate it so much. Looking back, I think he's done this for years, So how do I address it now? I don't know how to approach it in the right way. Please help. Thank you and love the pod.
Okay, so there's no better time than ever than to bring up things that you don't like about each other.
Correct.
Like you're already separated. You're working through your problems. You have to let it all out now. You just let it out.
I don't know if there's any not acceptable. The people, you can be into it. I'm not. If you're into it, fine.
Have you seen those like videos of the girls like on Twitter that talk in the baby talk?
Yes.
I can't.
It's
no.
not for me. It's not.
How
for me.
if it's for you, I have questions. But no, there's no better time than now. You're working through, you're ironing out all your little wrinkles, you're working things out, and then you just have to say, "Hey, by the way, this has to stop."
Right.
Then you can turn it around and say, what do I do that you don't like? While we're here, like, let's have this conversation.
100%. This is the only time in your relationship. Well, maybe not the only time, but this is a perfect time in the relationship when these feelings and these when you're talking about things that piss you off about the other person and you're talking about why it didn't work and this and that, it's the perfect time to mix this in with the rest.
Mm-hmm.
Boom, 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 boom. I don't like this.
Granted,
I don't like
this is a very tiny just thing. It's like you don't take the trash out enough. It's something it's not like deeper. It's not a deep thing that's like ingrained in his life. You know, it's the perfect thing to talk about.
It kind of sounds to me like he thinks you might like this stuff.
I think
because
I agree. He probably thinks you like it.
If she's never addressed it, and he keeps doing it. And it's granted they broke up, so
I can't imagine a guy doing baby talk either. I'm having a really hard time like thinking about it. Like, has there been like a TV or movie character that's done it? That like I'm just imagining the girls on like TikTok and Twitter that do it, like where they do it like as that's like their personality as they do that.
What is the context of this baby talk?
I don't.
Like, I'm cold. Like, I don't know.
I don't know. I think that the way that you bring it up too is you just say like, hey, while we're, discussing getting back together, a relationship, like things that need to change, this is mine. Like, this is the thing I want you to change.
Yes.
And then then you can open it up to say, is there anything also that I do that you would like to bring up now?
100% on board with you.
Yeah, like this is something that I did with my significant other. I hate when he would thumbs up or heart my text. Like,
and that was the whole response.
I hate it. I just would say like, and so I said like, real talk. Just like, I don't want you to do that anymore. I don't like it.
And how did it go?
Very well. It was like, okay, well, is there anything else that bothers you? And it opens up a conversation. So then I could say, okay, well, what do I do? Which I'm perfect, so there was nothing.
What
to
did he
change.
say about you?
Nothing, because I'm perfect. But really, he didn't say anything.
Did you double? And then you were like, but also you do this.
No, I didn't just keep like shitting on him. Okay. No, I just said like, please, if you can do it, but like text back. Like, don't just do it to end what, to me, it feels like you're just like over it,
Damn.
that you don't want to talk to me. Reply back. Like, you can heart what I say or like, haha, because it's hilarious and charming, but then text me back. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you have to open it up. And then you can, if you're prepared to take criticism, like what if he fires back and says something that you don't know that you do, it's a nice way to open it up, have an honest conversation that will then help you guys move forward.
Absolutely.
Then he won't do it anymore. What if what if it's like really hard for him to stop?
Yeah,
what if he can't? What if he's like, sorry, if I can't keep doing that, then this isn't going to work.
Oh, God. Then maybe it's time to cut the cord.
You've been doing this, man, for quite a long time. You were married for 5 years.
Yeah.
And you've dealt with it this long. You're a soldier.
Let's see what happens when she says, yeah, stop the baby talk.
Yeah, so that's going to be my final conclusion. You have to bring it up and then ask about yourself as well.
100%. Next question.
Okay.
This one's from Andrew. He says, hey, Brett and Kayla. First time, long time. I have fallen for my work wife. Just right off the bat. We've worked together for a little over 2 years, and during that time, her and I have built an incredibly strong relationship. What started as just a casual work friendship has blossomed into a full friendship. So, like, I don't know. Okay. Anyway, we listen to similar, like, it's like we were friends, and now we're really friends.
Work friends and real friends are very different things.
Okay. Fair.
They are.
We listen to similar music. We share similar tastes. We talk to each other about personal situations. She is funny, smart, and she knows me more than anyone I have ever met.
Aww.
Problem is, she has a boyfriend,
Oh.
whom I have met and happen to like a lot. Oh, this poor guy.
No.
She complains about him to me. Oh, gosh. But I don't ever want to be the guy that breaks up a relationship. Lately, my feelings for her have taken me to a place where I'm considering taking a step back from the friendship because I don't want our relationship to change. Selfishly, I want to tell her how I feel in hopes that she feels the same. I'm so terrified of ruining what we have together that I'm considering burying my feelings to avoid conflict. What the hell should I do?
Okay.
Oh, boy.
This feels like
A
a
rom-com?
movie. Yeah. And I'm imagining the main characters as like just like Andrew Garfield and like
Jason Sudeikis and
I'm going young. I'm skewing
okay,
younger.
okay.
I'm going like Andrew Garfield and like who's like a hot young actress right now, like Emma Roberts or something. Like that's what I'm imagining. But honestly, I'm going to say this. I think that these people are like soulmates. Like I think that he's meant to be with her. This is so beautiful.
It is.
I'm
it is
like
beautiful.
very charmed.
I don't have any like official work wife stories, but work wives and like work, I don't want to say like workplace hotness, but workplace attraction are 1,000% real and happen all the time.
I
all the time.
I have no
Because-
experience with this.
When you're with somebody every day,
Mm-hmm.
it's just like you just become more in tune with them. You like know what's going on in their personal life. Like you just have that connection.
Yes.
And
God, this makes me miss having like going into work and having
yeah, no.
friends.
it happens with like your like just buddies too.
Yeah. I see. I just like I really have no idea what he's supposed to do.
I want him to like.
I
Well,
want there to be a big moment, you know, like in a rom-com, like a moment
Like
where
they go.
they're
Oh.
alone and he like sees the moment and he just like lets it out. He expresses his feelings and then she's like, before I can say anything, I need to break up with my boyfriend. And then like she runs away and then he's waiting there for her and then she breaks up with the boyfriend and then she comes back and then they get happily ever after. Done.
I want that too, Kayla.
I want
want
it.
that for this
Andrew,
guy.
I'm rooting for you. We gotta hope if you really like the boyfriend though, so that sucks. And we don't want you to like sabotage it or anything.
know.
That's not okay. We don't want you to do anything. But
I have a problem. I think this might throw a wrench. He is the complain guy.
the complain guy.
She complains about her current boyfriend
Oh no, yeah. She just lets it out to this poor guy who she has no idea is like puppy dog eyes for her and just
to him. So
listens.
does she think he is just like if it's been 2 years, is there not going to be some sort of like
Has there been a sign,
flirty tension?
like
Yes.
a hand touch at a happy hour, you know?
Have you gotten a little tipsy at the holiday party and maybe not like made out, but
You came close, something almost happened.
thrown a text out there?
Yeah.
Like has there been any flirtatious?
If you've gotten a
thing?
sign that she could possibly feel the same way, then I say you have to go for it. But if she is not giving you anything that makes her think maybe she's into it, like if you guys talk about things other than work and her bitching about her boyfriend,
Right.
then maybe yes. But I do worry what you say that he's just like the vent guy.
The vent guy. I commend him for not wanting to ruin something. I commend him for
Yes.
thinking of her first and being like, hey, I don't want to ruin this,
Okay.
so I want to take a step back.
Yeah,
I
we
don't
need to go through the last couple of bits here because he says he wants to maybe take a step back.
Don't
maybe,
take a step back. I
don't
think.
know. Maybe you do that and you see how she handles it. Let
no,
her
'cause
miss you.
She's gonna get weird about it. Be like, what's wrong? And then you're gonna be cornered into being like, I have to take a step back because I'm in love with you, right? You can't. Don't take a step back. Cruise the way it's going, and follow up if there's like any signs. If there's flirtiness, if there's like Snapchats that go back and forth. I know you don't want to break them up. I know you're like, I get it. And I commend you for that sort of
Yeah, but then you also
thing.
have to think if he confesses his feelings out of the blue,
Yeah.
it's
but
gonna it'll ruin everything.
Do you think she doesn't know?
Ooh.
Do you think she's like totally
She-
clueless to this? If it's been 2 years and he's her
Are
work
you,
husband.
like, are you putting out signs? You know, like,
Yeah.
are you flirting? Do you talk about? Are you dating? You know, like, I think maybe you talk to her about dates and things you're doing and see how. I don't know. Oh my God, I wonder. If I
Maybe.
feel like she may know.
And maybe she likes the attention.
That's the thing about girls that we suck at. Like we are very, very guilty of that.
Okay. Which is like what? Spell it out here.
We like attention. So sometimes you will entertain a situation because it's like exciting and like it's somebody that you can talk to about things that is like all about you. You know, like she's
Yeah,
talking to him
that's
about
true.
this stuff and he's all in, like, tell me about it, you know,
So
like
he is,
vent to me about it.
say her current boyfriend is not communicating with her all day. He is filling a void for her, and she is very content to do so.
Yeah, that may be what it is, filling a void. Oh my God, this is breaking my heart. I just
This
want
hurts.
because I feel like they should. Like I feel like she just needs to look within. I mean, does the boyfriend suck though? You say you like him, and so
know.
that's if he super sucked. Like if you're like this guy is the worst, I would be all for this. Like get her away from him, save her, be her prince. But
I just
now
don't, like, what is the first, like, what's the move?
there is no move.
And I don't know what the move
You
is.
have
It's
to
like,
look for the signs, and if like maybe there's like a lower back touch or like a late night text or like a she needs to show him that he's not friend zoned in a way.
yeah, how do you get out of the friend zone, Kayla?
Especially when she has a boyfriend. There's nothing you can really. You can't like ask her on a date.
No. And you can't do, I mean, you could go to like a one-on-one dinner and drinks. I love doing that with girlfriends.
Yeah.
I have no problem doing that and keeping it like kosher.
But
This guy is so
he-
into it that
yeah,
like,
he
I,
couldn't do that. That wouldn't be fair to him to do that because then he'd think it was a date
Yeah,
and
then
like it's not, and then he'd get sad because it's not a date.
I don't know what to do.
I don't
I don't know.
either.
I'm rooting for this guy.
I feel Andrew, we tried. We're thinking about you.
And it's a totally different. The only experience I've had in this situation has been a work wife, kind of thinking friend zone, but she didn't have a boyfriend. So it was like you could be a little more.
If she didn't have a boyfriend, this would be a completely
Right.
different situation.
And I've had that where it's just like, okay, you go out on a date, you go to dinner and drinks, and it's not a date, but you just try to, you turn it into
Okay,
one, and all of a
wait.
sudden, boom. But
I have a go. Keep going. Sorry, I messed up your train of thought.
go on a work trip.
Okay, no one's going on work trips right now.
I know. Fuck.
Oh, and then I'm imagining the scene from the movie.
Airport
where, like,
seats?
No, I'm imagining like they're in their hotels. They get back from dinner. They're like a little tipsy from work dinner. They go to their hotel rooms, their next door neighbor rooms. And then he gets up and goes to like knock on her door and it shows her going to the door, like opening it, like she's going to go to his. And then they both just like turn
You're
away
just doing
and go
Wedding
their own
Crashers.
ways. Oh my God, yes. When that song, that Coldplay song is playing.
Sparks?
Yes.
We know that movie too well.
Yeah.
I want
so
this guy.
This is
I
my
want this guy to
my,
win.
my new plan.
Okay.
Are
sorry.
you friends with any of her girlfriends? That's your angle.
Oh.
That's your angle. You go up to
Okay.
her BFF Becca and you're like, "Hey, I don't just question for you. Like, how do we think this relationship is going? Like, do we think this guy's
Interesting.
the one? Like, are
Okay.
they heading that way? Do all of you like I don't know. Maybe not say that, but just maybe let the friend know that you are questioning it and see what she says. And
Okay.
then If
Okay.
she's like, oh no, we all fucking hate that guy, he sucks, like we don't want her to be with him, then maybe that changes things. Or maybe he asked the friend, like, has she ever said anything, like that would maybe.
Has she ever talked about me?
Yeah.
Remember, like middle school, you'd be like, has she talked about me? And they're like, yes.
I don't know. Maybe if you guys are like in a group setting, like you go somewhere and then you're just like, hey, by the way, like don't tell her. I don't know. You can't say don't tell
Go to the
her.
Gem Saloon.
If my
ask for Sean.
if like one of my friends, like coworkers, was like, hey, Kayla, I am obsessed. I love her. I don't know that I wouldn't tell her.
No, I think. Okay.
But then what if all her friends love him and they're like,
Yeah. What if
her friend's like, yo, Andrew just told me that he like has a big crush on you and I think that you guys would be great together. Like, why don't we, and you and your boyfriend, you don't think that he's the one. So why don't we?
What if her friends like, oh my God, she talks about you.
There's so many different ways that this can pan out, and I just want it to work. But you either have to wait for them to break up.
And you can't be the one that's poking and prodding to end it.
No, you
Absolutely
can't. You
not.
cannot intervene at all. She complains about him, and you just have to smile and nod. You know what else I'm imagining in like the movie version of this? He like sees the boyfriend like out on a date out with another woman, but then
Oh my
he's like,
gosh.
"Do I say anything? Do I not say
Ooh.
anything?" Right? And the guy's like
Oh.
some like the girl is like some
You're,
like.
you're still doing Wedding Crashers.
Oh my God, I am doing
when
one.
Zach talks about the bartender.
One's,
you're the
one's
sack,
in
she'll
the
come to you.
cab and one's wait, what is he saying? Like one's on the way home. I'm still doing Wedding Crashers. Oh my gosh. No, that's the movie version.
Yeah.
Anyways. Gosh. And the girl is like some like super like hot like Zoe Kravitz. It's like who
Margot
I'm
Robbie.
imagining. No, I almost thought Margot Robbie, but she's like, I don't know. I think Zoe Kravitz is like the perfect like sexy hot girl that someone would have an affair with.
2006
like, she's
Cameron Diaz.
affair hot. Yeah.
Okay.
Or like when Kate Upton was acting. Throw her in there.
I want this guy to win so bad.
I do too.
Andrew,
Andrew.
follow up with us. Has there been any sign or flirtation?
We're sorry we don't have a better answer, but maybe something we said has given you an idea or like sparked you. Maybe she's listening.
Are we friends with her friends? We need to know that.
Do you need me to say something? I can befriend her
There you go.
and get an in.
Man,
And be like, oh my God, Andrew, he's so great.
there you go.
And just talk you up to her.
Yeah, get tight with one of her friends.
Or maybe like let your friends get tight with her. Like, do you have like a best gal pal that you can like introduce?
I like it. Don't step back from the relationship. That'll get weird. It'll corner you and it will force your hand. You don't play that card.
Don't do it. Yeah,
play that
don't
card.
intervene. We say you just have to
Keep it in cruise control.
Cruise control is right. Oh,
Keep it in cruise
we're
control.
sorry. If it makes you feel better, we're rooting for you.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Kayla,
We're going into some shower thoughts.
you got any shower
Brett.
thoughts?
That we need a better noise than that.
Yeah, because it makes it sound like never mind.
Let me try again. We're going into shower thoughts. We'll go with it. Okay, so mine.
Shower thoughts.
Shower thoughts. What was we're gonna do? It's supposed to be like.
We do
steam.
need it. We need a steam. You want me to go or
Okay.
you want you to go?
You went first last time, so I'm
Okay.
gonna go first. So my shower thought today was just that it's very simple. It's to the point. Lady Gaga is the songbird of our generation, and she is the queen of vocals. She's the queen of performance. She's the queen of just everything. I am a little monster. I am anything she wants me to be. I watched her sing the national anthem today and sobbed, sobbed. It was tragic but beautiful, and that's how I feel anytime Lady Gaga does anything. She can walk down a red carpet in a gorgeous gown with like gloves up to her elbows and I'm gonna cry. Like everything she does make me cry.
Okay.
A Star is Born, most beautiful film of the last like however many years, but I just think she is a talent, she is a force, and I just want her to be happy.
Okay, so you are a little monster.
I'm a little monster, man. And I've been, I mean, like, not since day one, but, like, since early ages. Like, I have been a Gaga stan for as long as I can remember. Like, Just Dance days. That song came out when I was a senior in high school.
Just dance.
Just dance, gonna be okay. And she can do no wrong to me.
Okay.
That's pretty much it.
I don't disagree. I'm not a stan to the
People
point
think
where
she's like some weirdo. People can't get over the meat dress.
It was the meat dress.
It's whatever. It does it for everybody.
was the
But
meat
if you take away the meat dress and like the weird music videos and performances and you just listen to her sing, and she's so smart and creative. Okay, sorry. I can talk about this all day.
My shower thought. The Bachelor franchise. Our latest
Breakup. May
breakup
they rest
in
in peace.
The Bachelor franchise. Dale and Claire are done. Kayla.
I'm upset. I wanted them. I'm one of the very few Claire stans. I'm a big Claire fan. When she was the Bachelorette, I was elated.
This podcast is over.
I'm obsessed.
Come on, really?
I love
She
Claire.
sucks. She
Her
sucks.
moment with Juan Pablo when she cusses him out and
Stand that.
screams at him, that's what we need to see on TV.
Totally agree. Here's my problem. The Bachelor franchise forces these people into an engagement at the end of the season.
They want to get that promo from what's his face?
Fucking Neil Lane.
Neil Lane. Yeah.
It's not like Neil Lane is dropping
Just give him a gift card,
the
you know?
entire bag.
Come and see me and I'll give you a nice ring.
You're the most popular reality television show in the world. Why do you need the Neil Lane promo? Here's what you do. The Bachelor should be building on these relationships over time. The Bachelor itself, you should find your person, okay, in that 3-week time period. Then you subject them to another reality show, Bachelor in fucking Paradise,
what
where
are we
you
gonna call
tempt
it?
their
What
brand
would
new
we call
relationship
it?
with super hot single people.
Bachelors in commitment.
Just just like that's what you win. You win a honeymoon
they should
phase.
Put them,
It's
honeymoon
crazy.
phase. You pick the location that one of them lives in. Like where you would hypothetically live together, because like none of these people live in the same town. They come from all over. Like so, Clara's in Sacramento. Move Dale's ass to Sacramento. Put him up in Claire's house. See
Kayla,
if they can make it
that's
work.
phase 3 of my whole thing.
Yeah.
Phase 2 is Bachelor in Paradise.
Oh, you want to send them to the beach?
Put them on
Like,
the beach with
yeah.
hot people, okay?
See, I don't
their
agree with
relationship
the
is
outside
tested.
people. I think that you just need to have just the two of them. That's not
Right,
fair.
but that's phase 3.
But like
There's 3 reality
in the
shows
real
here, Kayla.
world, like the only time you're tempted is like if you're like out doing stuff. You're not at a bar with like a bunch of people in bikinis throwing themselves at you.
That's why it's perfect. This whole thing's not real. They just got
That's true. This is
hashtag
all
engaged
true. Yeah.
in 3 weeks.
It's like 6 weeks.
Put their new relationship to the test with a bunch of hot single people, and then something's gonna happen. Somebody's gonna have feeling like you just have new blood. You have phones. You have a whole thing.
Okay.
And then put them, if they survive that, put them in the house together in Sacramento and put another camera on them. And it's like home at
So
here's
this
our
is
relationship.
like Love is Blind. They did this.
It's like
Yeah.
turn the whole freaking thing into a huge production. You don't need to end
That's
it
true.
after 6 weeks or whatever it is.
After the final rose, but
Yeah.
it continues.
After the final rose continues,
and
then
after
you bring
the
in a new crop
final
of
rose
people.
into the homes.
Exactly.
That's I
have-
agree.
Dozens of episodes more that you could have squeezed
And
out of
it
Dale
needs
and
to be
Claire.
written in the contract. Like if you win,
You go
you're
here.
subjected to how XYZ
Right.
amount of weeks
Absolutely.
of filming.
There's no shortage of and if they're the love of each other's lives like Claire and Dare Claire and Dale were,
It'll work.
they're gonna love a honeymoon phase
Yeah.
at Paradise where they just don't look at anybody but each other.
Yeah.
And they have the villa and the condo and the beach and perfect. It's like a honeymoon for a freaking will you be my girlfriend thing. And then it works out, la-di-dub-dum, everybody else couples up, there's drama, somebody likes
I'm
Claire,
all
somebody
into
likes
the drama.
like come on.
Yeah,
It's just a no-brainer.
I do agree
ABC.
that they do force them into the proposals, and I think that's what ruined this relationship for them. Is that they only knew each other for like 2 weeks, and then they forced him to propose. The poor guy looked terrified, and then they're just supposed to go off their separate ways, and then it's just a happy ever after. No, they don't know each other. That's why I support the process, because you're supposed to have it go on for this long, and then you have. It happens the right way, because this is all crazy the way it works, but it's just you get to know each other more. This is like they had like 3 dates,
I know.
and then they made him propose to her.
I know.
It's crazy.
And God forbid they were like, we're going to see where our relationship goes. And there's no proposal. ABC would flip out. That's why you have phase 2 and phase 3. Boom.
They should not have brought
Boom.
in Tasha. They should have just canceled it and let Claire and Dale. I almost said what you said earlier. Their names mixed up, and just film them.
Clayle and Dare.
Yes.
Well, that's the show, Kayla.
Okay, you guys,
You
don't
have fun?
forget to subscribe. Yeah, give us 5 stars. Review. Tell a friend. Tell all your friends. Tell your family. Tell your work wife.
Oh yeah. Ask your work wife what they would do, or what
Maybe
what this
send
guy
her
should
this
do.
pod. Be like, hey, you should listen to my
Ooh.
2 best friends.
We'll bleep
pay
out Andrew.
attention. Hopefully, maybe that's if that's your real name. But anyway,
Give us a rating, hit that subscribe button, send to a friend. We're trying to be the most relatable podcast out there for this age group. So give it a chance. Have your friends
okay,
give it a chance.
I am going to talk about something very quickly. You said last week this was a podcast for 20-somethings.
Yeah.
And in a few short months, I will no longer be a
20 and 30 somethings.
Just somethings. Just
We're
somethings.
Post grad probably.
Post grad somethings.
The hotline number to call in, leave a voicemail is 888-362-6245. That's 888-362-MAIL.
MAIL, not MALE.
Correct. Or you can write in at the link in the Twitter bio at Mail In Podcast. Again, there's a link in the Twitter bio that we'll post everywhere that you can write into at Mail In Podcast. Kayla, see you next week.
See you next week.
Goodbye for now, until we meet again.
Goodbye.